welcome to 90 Day Gaze, blah, 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 blibbity, blah, blah, touch me.
That was Poodle's sound check, everybody.
You just... Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Beyonce.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love. It's 90-day gaze. Let's love. You know what? I'm constantly gaslighted by you. You gaslight me. But y'all, you know how when they put in Viet Cong camps, you never knew what day it was. They would tell the prisoners it's Thursday when it was really Wednesday. I never know what I'm walking into. It's a new thing.
Is that because of me or because you've been drinking?
I haven't been drinking.
Or you double dosed on your feels?
That happens sometimes. I forgot I've taken it.
You know, I only gaslight you for comedy gold for our listeners.
So I hope my suffering brings you all joy.
It does.
And my mental anguish.
Welcome to 90 Day Gaze.
We did that exactly the same.
We did, in unison.
I hate you.
Welcome, everybody.
This is 90 Day Gaze. This is episode, God knows what the numbering is of these fucking TLC shows with Pillow Talk and Eat My Mother and whatever they're doing. I can't even keep up.
It's hard to keep up.
The name of this episode is, but that's all, folks, is Who's Crying Now? Who's Crying Now? Did we both see the same hits commercial that had that song on it? That had a country gold compilation or some shit?
This is season 4, episode 12 of Before the 90 Days.
But I think that's not accurate.
I was watching it because it said 12, and I was watching it thinking, is
because
this episode
Pillow
12?
Talk and blah, blah, blah. I think it's episode 8 or something like that. That's the thing. You can't count with all these.
What do we do?
TV is who gives a shit what episode it is? All you need to know, it's called Who's Crying Now. Search your fucking Wikipedias and stick your finger in your butt.
Up. This is episode 7.
I said that.
Well, this is just a bunch of hooey.
Why does it feel like when I tell you something and you look it up on your phone and you come in, it's like, oh, here it is. Here's the answer. Like I just haven't even said anything.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Exactly.
I was reading a review.
Exactly.
We got a great review from Cat CB412. They said, keep going, Queens. 5 stars. Grateful for you too. P.S. I can get my own green food with a little dinosaur.
I can get my own green food. For some reason, just that quote, my brother and I said it throughout our childhood. And I can still, if I think of it, I see that dinosaur that kind of still looks like Darcy. That's what I think.
Boy.
Y'all, this episode, it's like Stefan from SNL. This episode had it all.
It did.
Women with hairy legs. Chickens eating chicken. Booby molds. Booby molds.
This was a lot. I was watching this episode, and my boyfriend was working from home.
It was bonkers.
And he's never watched a 90 Day ever with me. And so it was on TV, and Darcy came on the screen, and he literally, jumped back and made a face and just went, fuck.
Yeah, that person's got a lot of work done.
A lot of work done.
I must say, every time she comes on the screen this season, I I don't know if she's actually making a face or her face is just frozen in that place.
A little bit of both.
She looks freakish, and it makes me want to save her.
She does look. I'm going to turn you up, Poodle. I think I'm going to turn
That's
me
what
up
I asked.
too. I don't remember. I just remember you yelling, so I don't really remember what you asked.
I'm like the story of the boy that cried wolf, which I heard that as the story of Hobby Hoss, and my father just made up a whole story that was basically the boy that cried wolf, but called it another name.
What name is Hobby Hoss?
I don't know. My father would tell us stories, and they were basically Grimm's fairy tales with different names.
Was he worried about a copyright issue?
I'm not sure.
It's not even there
Hobby
anymore.
Hoss, I think, and then the weirdest thing at the end is Hobby Hoss, I think, was a baby horse or something, and Hobby Hoss would cry and whine about something, and they would come and see about Hobby Hoss, and he would cry, and there was nothing. He just wanted attention, and then he would cry and whine again, and then when something happened, no one came. And I feel like something at the end that Hobby Hoss actually was murdered.
Southern stories are sad, y'all. They're sad.
And that obviously was trying to teach me and my brother that don't whine.
Don't whine. Yeah?
Wow, that got dark.
Did it work?
My brother and I are known not to really complain about a lot of stuff.
Then your father succeeded and made your mother happy, which was probably his only goal.
But no, there are a lot of fairy tales that my father told us that were just Grimm's fairy tales with different names.
Oh.
He might have just thought he was making up something. Anyway, let's get into this bullshit.
I just want to say one thing before we get started.
Oh, God.
Y'all, I thoroughly enjoyed Trisha Yearwood and Garth Brooks are my new couple goals. And if y'all have
I need to watch it. I
if
haven't
y'all have
watched it
not
yet.
seen their live thing of them just singing as a musician, you will love it. It's just, they're just singing and making up stuff and they kind of mess up and Trisha Yearwood's like, oh, start again. And they start again and it's just casual and I loved it.
Were they just in their living room?
They did it. They have a little studio in their house, but
Well,
they
of course they
are
do.
doing Facebook Live stuff they're doing Facebook Live at home, and then they did this at home. But this was actually on CBS last night because the Country Music Awards were supposed to be last night.
Right.
So they did it afterwards. It was wonderful, and Trisha Yearwood sang "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," and I was gutted. I was gutted. Y'all, Poodle, you haven't watched that Trish Yearwood video I sent you yet because I
haven't.
Because I know you would have because they also did. Garth Brooks was just inducted to the Library of Congress, so they did a performance of it, and she sang "The Change." Y'all, I love Garth Brooks.
The Change.
The Change. You'll always say you'll never change me.
I don't know that song.
It's not the
Is that a Garth Brooks
world
song?
that I'm changing. I do this so. You don't know that song?
I
the
don't.
world will
You know what? I only know the album No Fences. I don't know any of the other Garth Brooks
I'm from
albums.
Oklahoma. We had to know it. It was my first concert.
Wow.
And it was fantastic.
He's one of the country singers, male country singers, who I don't think is a complete misogynist.
No, he's
I
not.
think most of the others are. I just get this feeling.
They're getting better now.
Blake Shelton's a dick. You can just tell.
Oh, you know, my cousin hunts with him and says he's really not. Yeah, he's actually.
But his persona on, I feel like he's a misogynist.
His persona on the voice of, but like in Oklahoma, he is known as super nice to everybody.
Okay, well, maybe I'll change
He
my perception.
Still goes to the grocery store. People see him and Gwen all the time. My friends text me.
They still go to the grocery store. Is the mark of someone being humble.
They're out like they're kind of have a ranch, I think, over by Ada, Oklahoma.
I can't imagine Gwen Stefani
By Ada.
shopping in Ada, Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, I get friends of friends that text her all the time. Little Facebook sightings. People get excited.
I'll have to watch that. She has that single that I love, that Every Girl in This Town. Have you heard it?
No.
Oh, it's a good single from her album.
Wow.
God, when we just I just jizzed all over Trisha Yearwood.
Oh, Trisha Yearwood. I thought you were talking about Gwen Stefani. Oh, Every Girl. Yes, that's a good song.
That's a great song.
And she also sang last night, which I love Trisha's version. It was that song that was popular called Girl Crush.
Oh, yeah.
But Trisha sang, Trisha Yearwood's voice is amazing, y'all.
We're going to stop jizzing all over Patricia Yearwood.
It's true. And she's saying she's in love with the boy.
Oh, wow.
It was good.
She did all of it last night.
Anyway, y'all, we're just saying.
Let's talk about 90 Days. Let's talk about some people who aren't as impressive as Trisha Yearwood.
Okay, y'all, this is the way. I haven't even told Poodle this, but we're going to have to do this.
Oh, again, I'm being gaslit, y'all.
Again.
It's like it's my time in a Vietnamese prison. It's Tuesday, and he's telling me it's Wednesday.
No, I'm just saying.
That's what my job is.
For my voice, we can start out with Lisa, but we're going to have to end with Darcy because I need time. I need time.
Let's start with Lisa then.
Okay, I'm asking you. Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
let's start with Lisa.
Okay.
That's a better way to do it. I'm asking you.
Yeah,
So,
that's what you do.
Because I like to be collaborative.
Yeah, you always do that with me. Come here. Come here.
I don't talk like that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So y'all-
Lisa and Usman.
Baby girl Lisa. I just gotta say, just the ensemble. Don't wear cream if your face is already a little bit of a shade of tobacco ash.
Yes, and your hair is kind of like a shade of rotted hay.
I have so much to say. I finally realized this hair is 3 different colors, y'all.
It is.
It is what I would call the first is this kind of dingy dark brown that's in the middle of where the roots are. Mm-hmm. And what would you call that? Like if you bought if you bought it in the store, it'd be called like old leaves mm-hmm. or something like that. No, old leaves.
It would be a candle, y'all. Not a Yankee candle. This would be like
a CBS candle.
They'd be an off brand called like Midwestern candles. Or like, I don't know, like Prairie Companion candles.
Anyway, so then there's this like the
Texoma candles. There you go. Texoma.
That kind of dirty gray looking color,
mm-hmm.
which, what would you call that? That candle would be like sexy grandma. Kind
sexy,
of like, yeah.
Well, yeah.
And then that shockingly yellow cornflower, as you called it, rotten hay, which would be called This Isn't Fooling Anyone.
It's not. Or it's really just, this is from a box.
It's so awful. Like, she really, like, I don't usually go out of my way to talk about, besides Karini, I don't go out of my way to talk about people's hair. Hers is just so gratuitous. It's bad.
It's bad. It's bad. She wakes up and, you know, maybe that gray color is kind of like the gray of the cigarette ash in that drink.
Yeah.
Sitting beside her glasses.
You know, we don't see Lisa smoking on camera. I will say.
For now.
For now, that's true.
Angela used to hide it at first, too.
And then she was just
And then shit got real, and she was like, fuck it.
Maybe that's probably true. So maybe she's this close to smoking on camera. Y'all, Usman was gone, and she's sitting there in the house like the world's saddest aunt.
It is. Props to that cameraman who again took pictures of that glass with the cigarettes in it, because that literally kind of is just a picture speaks. I mean, that is Lisa in picture form.
You know how they used to have those Folgers Crystals commercials where it's like the song da 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 every coffin, and it was like always someone in like Folgers Christmas, Folgers, and it's like best part of waking up is Folgers, because there'd always be a dilemma that Folgers Crystal solved.
Yes.
In the commercial. So there's always a mom who's tired or something. This is the saddest Folgers commercial ever.
Oh.
This is the before.
Yeah.
And then the best part of waking up is cigarette butts in your cup.
It's true.
It is, y'all.
It is a Folgers
This would be a Folgers commercial that no coffee could save.
No. And then, so We see it's 30 minutes later, which by the
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
He was gone.
I love the little thing in the bottom. It reminds me of what Christina does now in our watch-along videos when she puts the next day.
Yes.
Y'all, Christina is editing the fuck out of our Gatreon videos.
And we're getting great feedback, and we love the new 30-minute content because I don't get bored and need to drink as much, so it's good.
She edits the videos for your pleasure, and then we watch the 30-minute cut. So it's still a follow-through with us. Anyway, that's at the $5 tier for everyone. Maybe I'll talk to Poodle. Maybe we'll make one of those videos, or the Gatreon. Maybe we'll make one free this month for people to see the new version. That might be a good idea.
That's a good idea.
We'll do that maybe in a week or so. Anyway, thank you to our sissy Christina.
Giving away things, just like my mother.
Your mother does give away things. She really does. Anyway, 50 minutes later, Usman comes back.
And
Lisa is.
She's so angry she can't even say anything.
You know what she is?
What?
She's blivid.
She is blivid.
Y'all, if you don't know the blivid story, when I worked at Clinique counter at Quail Springs Mall, Christy, it was right off Memorial and Kilpatrick Highway. Christy Cottle worked at the Clinique counter, and she was just, you know what I mean when I talk about a Southern woman she's a fighting woman.
Yeah.
She'll just fight you.
She's angry, and she fights for no reason quickly. Angela's a fighting woman.
And yes,
she's a fighting girl.
She's a fighting girl. Well, anyway, real pretty. Well,
I don't know why that was necessary to throw in there.
She helped one of the Clinique girls leave an abusive relationship. She went over there and got the girl out. She's that
good.
Big. But anyway, she would get mad a lot. But when she would get really mad, instead of saying livid, she would say, "I am blivid." But we didn't want to correct her, so none of us said anything for like a whole year.
And now all of us who know that story, we say blivid instead of livid.
It's like, you know what a Jenny Purple is.
Whatever happened to her?
I don't know. I think she had a baby.
I feel like she's just like we'll talk about Jenny Purple on an episode of Weekly Squeal.
Okay.
Jenny Purple has like 6 stories. That was her real name, y'all.
Did you? It was a girl actor I knew out here. Did you get the alert on your phone, by the way, this morning that said premiere the Weekly Squeal on Friday?
No, what?
That's when we planned on doing it, and I went, well, that's not happening this week.
No, it was like the 15th.
No, but originally we said the 8th.
Oh.
Sorry, y'all. Tiger Queens happened, and it put us behind.
Yeah, Tiger Queens put us behind.
And it's going to put us more behind because a new episode of Tiger King is dropping this week.
Oh, we have to do that.
So we'll have to do that. Anyway, sorry, I digress. So Lisa's
back
pissed.
to the coal mine, y'all.
Working in the coal mine, going down.
Working in the coal mine. Whoop! I'd like to that song was a sweet, fun song about working in a coal mine.
It was. Who knew?
Come at us if you've worked in a coal mine.
We might.
You never know.
We might have a coal mine.
If you worked in a coal mine, I can imagine it was difficult work.
I salute you. That is hard work.
You've got those smudges on your face, and you know that looks, because if you've got a smudge on your face, y'all, everyone around you knows you've done some work.
Smudge on your face, and hopefully not a dead canary in your hand.
That's true. If you've worked in a coal mine.
Hey, we have so many.
True. I guarantee you.
We have sex workers that listen to our show.
It's true.
We have, and we support them all. You know why, y'all? Because we respect anybody who works.
I respect anybody who works, and I would like to even say, sex workers just getting theirs.
Getting theirs.
They're getting out there.
OnlyFans, we would too if we had abs, but we don't.
Maybe I'll start an OnlyFans where I read my favorite poem by Paul Verlaine. Wow. Every week. French symbolist poet Paul Verlaine.
20,000 people just switched to another. They just switched to listen to another podcast show, and then one girl out there just went, "Yeah!"
She just started finger banging herself.
Yeah.
Those are my people.
That's Poodle's people. Okay, so
we're back to this. She's going.
She's like,
and then he goes on the offensive. He's like, blah blah blah. She's like, I was afraid. And so she's going on about...
she was like, you left me. You said you weren't going to leave me here. When we were raw dogging the other night, you said you're going to be with me forever.
And then he's like, no, I say I'm sorry too much. You are not. She's like, your voice is going up.
That was crazy to me when she was like, your voice is going up. You need to keep your voice down.
So she's got issues around that.
Well,
even though she screams all the time.
It was interesting to see that she completely shut down when he came at her. 100% shut down.
She went on the defensive.
Not even on the defensive. I mean, Angela can go on the defensive.
Yeah.
Laura can go on the defensive.
She did. She shut down.
She shut down. So it's like she can't even let her brain get there. And then, because honestly, Usman is making a great point.
I loved it. I kept saying, go, Usman, go. When he said you are not a god to her.
Oh.
Y'all, that's also the biggest understatement that's ever been said. Lisa is not a god.
Y'all, if you know one country or island or native village that Lisa could land on where she would be a god,
she would be worshipped.
Come at us and let us know where that place is.
You don't want to go there.
Because Poodle and I need to move there.
That's true. We would be worshipped.
We would be a great dual god, but then you would have me killed in the end.
I need to get into a society that would worship me. I could really do some real damage there.
I think you could be effective.
I would rule not angrily. I would punish those who went against me.
She would rule with a strong dick.
But I would reward those who praised me. Anyway.
That doesn't sound like Hitler at all. So, sure.
Anyway, so he went on the defensive.
He said, I can't be wrong all the time. I'm always wrong. Do you? And then Lisa just kind of sits there and says, let's not be a drama queen about this.
Because y'all, when you're fighting and someone has an honest thing to say, the last thing you want to say is don't be a drama queen, because you're literally dismissing everything they are feeling.
Everything.
And so that's what she was saying. And she's like, then even later on, she's like, let's I really thought we were farther than this.
Yeah.
So she shames him for everything he's just said.
Because he is thinking logical. And then he even goes on when they kind of talk. Because I honestly think this is... Look, does she have a point that he said he was going to walk her into a car and he left her for 50 minutes? She actually kind of does. Not necessarily be that angry, but just be like, hey, why didn't you communicate you were going to be gone for 50 minutes, not 5? However...
She has no leg to stand on where communication
because this is karma coming back to her from all the other times she was upset at him for no reason.
Right.
So the validity of it's gone. But then when she walks up to him, this is kind of after they're sitting and Usman's smoking the hookah, and then she comes out of there, and he raises up the best point, which to me, well, I'll say what he said, but he said, I am going to be moving to the United States where I have no one to fall back on. It is all you. If this is our daily life together, this will be like a prison,
it's a prison for me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which I honestly think Lisa's probably never thought of seriously, because she just probably thinks like fucking Big Ed, I'm taking you to America. It's so much better.
It is these switch genders of white savior.
Yes.
Completely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which... if I was Lisa, actually, if she had any kind of self-awareness, it actually wouldn't be meaningful to me that Usman is saying this thing, meaning that...
She's not hearing it, though.
But no, she's not hearing it at all.
Even more than that, she admits to him one time, she's like, and I admit, my behavior has been very erratical.
Did she say erratical?
Yes.
I heard erratic.
Erratical.
Very.
She said erratical. I promise you. I rewound it twice.
I'm pretty sure now the only way you're going to calm me down is not raw dogging. We're going to need to have butt play. I'm going to need you to put it in that tight anus. I need you to give it to me there. Cream it and dream it. If you cream it,
cream it and dream it.
You can dream it.
Oh my God! I want to go. Ow! I want to throw myself down a flight of stairs.
If you can cream it, you can dream it. Ow! not putting that on a shirt.
No,
Don't
no matter
ask
how
us.
much y'all ask, that is not going on a shirt.
By the way, go to sissythattalk.com and get your Sissy merch 35% off.
I'm just imagining the font of what that would be. Just a sploosh.
Cream it would definitely be the kind of runny
You can
font.
cream it. You can dream
And the
it.
dream would look like the Disney. Ooh. Anyway,
anyway, she does keep saying, let's get past this. She doesn't want to get into it.
she never apologizes.
Yeah,
Not
no.
one time does she ever apologize for making him feel like shit.
And then at one point, he just realizes that she's not going to go anywhere. So she's like, he finally just says, he even says earlier, is this worth, this kind of relationship worth all that? You hear he in his head saying, maybe taking this risk is not what I need to do, even to get to America to become the international superstar. Because y'all, he doesn't love her. Everyone knows that, right?
Yeah.
He's being an actor.
And I want to be like, Usman, there are other people you could take advantage of that are not Lisa. But this
You can take advantage of V at any time.
And this is again though why when people, which I don't think people are doing as much anymore, but she is not like Angela. She's really not like Angela at all. She is very much like Laura, because Laura did the same thing.
Yep,
is that
she's a
Laura
Laura.
never took responsibility for
She's
her
a
own
nicer, kinder-ish version of Laura. Or ish version of Lisa. Laura.
She's less. I don't know. I want to put my finger on it. Usman put something on it.
I know. There was one thing also. She said, "Oh, what was it?" He said, "Okay, smile," and then you hear creak, creak, scratch, and like her face goes.
Our camera broke.
She smiles.
And so on our
Sounds like a bag full of broken glass.
Yes, exactly. Oh,
She's so
radical.
awful. She's vile. Oh God, I hate her so much. Radical. I
y'all,
have been very radical.
I just want to say this: if you're in a relationship and you don't ever say sorry, and that's not going to work out.
No,
it's not. Everybody has to take responsibility.
Well, she won't even talk about things.
She won't.
She won't even discuss these things.
No, and because again, she says it at the end. She's like, "My fear is if we don't move past this, I'm gonna have to return to America alone." It's interesting how, like, if I was breaking up with somebody, I would never think, "Oh God, I'm going to be alone." I mean, a little bit, but I would be more like, my fear is we won't get past this,
and I'll lose you,
and I'll lose this person. This person won't be in my life.
Well, that's because for her, it's only one way.
Yeah.
She doesn't see anything else. She sees him in a weird way as some kind of status symbol, and as someone she thinks she's helping him.
I'm glad I'm in a relationship. Otherwise, I would probably DM Usman and say, "Hey, if you're into some gay stuff, I'll marry you because you're cute."
I don't really,
really
pull that part far in your fast now. So all I've got about that pile of human waste.
All right. Do you want to talk about
Big Ed?
Psst, are you awake? That was so creepy.
Okay, y'all. Someone did a meme of Rose like walking around and Big Ed as the leprechaun from those Leprechaun movies and going, Rose. And nothing has ever been more accurate, especially...
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh, he's like, Rose.
Oh, bless. Bless.
No, not bless. He's awful.
No, it was a sarcastic bless.
Oh.
Could you not tell by the way I said it, and I made my face look like I was drinking urine?
Bless.
And I said, bless.
This whole... And I also felt it got a really weird, like, Rumpelstiltskin vibe. He's like got her captive. It feels like kidnapping now.
I will say, this episode was good. I think one thing that was good about it, and one of our sissies just put on the private Facebook group, they just said, well, this got dark. And the episode for a lot of storylines got darker this time.
There is a very child molestery vibe because Ed infantilizes Rose.
He does,
and I think he misconstrues not being good at English and not being with being a child.
Mm-hmm.
And so y'all, we're in the motel room after they've just had their wonderful reunion, and she agrees to go back to the hotel with him. I mean, go into slavery. Back to the hotel.
Back to the hotel.
And so now he's like bathing her like a pretty princess. He's got the massage oil out on a towel, and I kept writing barf, and it just all over the place.
A toast to my queen.
No, before that he says, "Kind of a bottle of your finest champagne," which is what they say in cartoons.
It is.
He saw that on like a foghorn leghorn.
He did.
I see a bottle of my fresh finest champagne for my fine little chickadee here. Before I completely force myself on her with my white savior complex, I say,
hello, I would like to order the champagne for my girlfriend Natasha. Thank you.
You're right, though. Actually, the way he kind of is just a walking cartoon.
He's so awful.
It's very like, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a high school boy that's trying to do things romantic for a girl, but he's just doing what he's seen, and it's not
in movies.
And that's sweet and adorable and awkward.
Not when you have that 30-something year age difference.
But not when you're at this age.
And you have very, very, and this is the grossest part of it, y'all, their income inequality is huge, and that's what makes it feel iffy. He basically tells you, who said before, you are my queen, and who am I?
And Rose's
like, you're queen.
You know what? I have to say, Rose is she's not in love with him either.
No.
But Rose might turn out to be one of my favorite people in 90 Day Fiancé because she kind of doesn't have a filter.
Nope.
And she's kind of kooky.
She gives you a stank face, too, when she doesn't want something.
But when she was like, me, you're queen, and he was like, I hope you're not my... That was just...
She's like, ha-ha.
And then she does that love... It was the most awkward toast.
I just wrote, this is just this. It felt like grooming. It felt like kidnappery, molesty bullshit to me.
He even said later, he said, he kind of says, oh, Rose had that champagne and got her in the mood. I was like, oh, you got her drunk.
You roofied her. Can I talk about just a little bit? And I know it's a thing we do. I'm going to get on my soapbox a little bit. This is the whole thing of people calling each other, you are my king and you're my queen.
Mm-hmm.
I get it that it's supposed to be romantic and like we're kind of ruling over people. But in that, there is an innate misogyny that the queen is always subservient to the king. Except for in chess, that's the only way it works, guys.
No, I think so. A lot of it comes from...
And I know, like, Jay-Z and Beyonce say that. And so, but it's still, there's something that gets me every time.
Well, it's different for black culture.
I hear that.
And this is what my partner and other friends have told me, is that literally it's kind of like for some of them, not all of black, I don't want to speak for all black people, but he kind of explained, for some people, this is almost kind of going back to our roots in Africa, where people did have those type of
I get that.
So I
totally get that.
But I get
it's still patriarchal.
But I get it's patriarchal. Yeah.
And that's so. Remember, next time you say that, and your husband calls you his queen, queens were possessed by their husbands, their possessions. That's the other thing about colonialism.
But it should be known if Alex from 90 Day Fiancé wanted to call Jake his queen, Jake would say...
Oh, Lexi, I'd say...
Oh, Lexi.
I'll say, you be your king, dilly dilly, I'll be your queen, lavender's blue. I'll learn to play that on the recorder. Lavender's blue, dilly dilly, lavender's green. If you were king, dilly dilly, I'd be your queen.
Wow. Wow.
Y'all, I was very good at the recorder.
Y'all, he was very gay at the recorder.
I was really attached to those songs, like those weird little folk songs with
them
bizarre
too.
words.
So
anyway,
he's giving her the foot massage, and he says, "Do you want to open your rope?" And then speaking of cartoons,
barf.
she opens her ropes, and then literally Ed goes. Somebody should have put in the sound effect of. He's just like,
oh, I was looking at your feet, not your pajamas.
And then they do again. To follow up from the awkward toast, then it's probably the most awkward kiss ever in the history of kisses.
I wrote down, this is the most I've ever been uncomfortable watching a scene in this whole entire
He's like, may
show.
I kiss? Yes, may I kiss you? And she's like, here? That's why I love Rose.
And
her
then
face was
here?
like, here?
And the
Even
other
that,
side, and then the head.
she wasn't even happy about the cheek.
No.
She was kind of like, here? And then the here. And he was like, sure, on the head. Anyway.
And then when she does kiss, when he does kiss her, she kind of like wrinkles up her face like she smelled rotten eggs. Which I imagine what Ed's hair smells like because of all the mayonnaise.
Yes.
Oh God!
Love it when you kiss me on my
No,
gooder.
I can't. Don't bring her into this. Don't bring her into this.
You want to rub my feet?
No, please.
I got a bunion on there from high school.
High school.
It won't go away. I named it Clarence, and it's fine. It's my love knob.
She can't.
You want
be
to rub
in
on
other
that? You want to rub on that love knob?
We have to move on. I'm so like there should have been a warning saying don't eat during this episode.
Cream it to dream it.
If you can cream it, you can dream it. So he also told her, "I want you to feel my love."
He means his dick, y'all.
Yeah. And he's so like stupidly romantic, but he's like anybody else. He wants his nut. He's like any other guy.
Any man.
Yeah.
How many relationships do you think Big Ed has been in?
3 or 4 tops.
Okay.
But he's idealized every relationship he's ever been in.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
has, and this is since he's nearing, kind of the probably last third of his life, probably now.
Oh yeah.
So he's thinking I've got to find something, and so the stakes are higher for him now. So that's why it's still creepy. Besides that, I think I'm not saying he has mental illness. I think there's a pathology there for him.
He doesn't have mental illness at all, but I think a pathology for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a pathology to there's obsessive tendencies, and yeah, it's creeping me out so badly in this episode.
There's like an infantilism thing with
Yeah.
him, and not just on other people. A little bit, if you think about the way he does his life, like the stickers, the scooter. There's a lot. But
So,
anyway, y'all, they
fucked.
they fucked.
Now, I don't want to ever imagine what it would be like.
Are you awake?
Are you awake? Get
Oh,
off me.
That's our job, Poodle. What do you imagine it would be like? Like, do you think Big Ed's that big?
No, I don't want to talk about
Do you think Big Ed is a top person? Like, do you think he like is one of those guys?
No,
who,
here's what
like,
he is.
You see his butt.
Here's what he is.
rolling on you.
He has to ask if he can do everything. Can
Do you
I
like this?
Can I put my penis in your gooter?
He probably doesn't say. He probably calls it her rosebud.
Can I put my winky in your special place?
I know he calls it a rosebud because she's Rose.
Ugh. Can I put my manhood in your womanhood?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, this whole section needs to come with a don't eat.
I bet he makes weird noises when he kisses too, where it's kind of like that.
Oh, stop. We
Sorry.
need to get over this.
And
I'm
so,
disgusted.
So do you think he's on top, or do you think he like would?
No, he is.
Do you think she just
he's kind of
rides him and he lays
He's kind of
there?
like hunching her. He's on top, but he kind of just lays on her because his dick's not very big.
So he's
like,
kind of
you know-
fucking her like a hyena.
Yeah, he kind of like hunches her like he's kind of a dead body laying across her.
Oh, like what's that movie? My Cousin Eddie. Our
I
Weekend
don't
in
know what
Fridays.
this is. Weekend at
Working
Bernie's.
at Bernie's. Yeah.
I just translated that. You're welcome.
Poodle speaks Maddie.
So anyway, it was awful. just hearing about it made all of my nether regions suck up into my body. So she basically is not admitting anything. He says to the producer, "We made love last night."
Let's make love all night long.
And that's when I decided I never, ever want to hear that phrase used ever again because it has been tainted for me.
Until all that cream is gone.
This episode of 90 Gay is brought to you by Cream.
By Cream. Get on top, y'all. Get on top. Anyway.
So
they,
they're enjoying post-coital love.
And so basically, I kind of like this. Good for Rose in that he was like,
she
"Can
knows
you
what she's
shave
got
your legs?" Y'all,
it's the way she said it though. Your legs are hairy, and it's not very feminine for a woman. Again,
well, he didn't say that to her.
He
said that off camera.
But still, that's what he's thinking.
That didn't bother me as much. I don't get bothered by like.
No, this is. Do you know what colonialism is?
Yes, but
it's colonialism. And it bothers me.
But she went right back at me. It's like, "I don't like your beard. Shave it."
I agree. I'm saying everything about him is projecting onto her.
I do think with everything else, yes, it seems like he wants her to. Like, it does seem like he will bring her to the United States and he'll change everything about her.
And make her a sweater-setted
I agree
woman.
with that, but I don't know if this was just
No, the shaving the legs, she should shave her legs, y'all.
I don't care.
But what what hill are you gonna die on?
No,
I'm confused.
I don't. No, I was gonna say I don't care if somebody should shave her legs or not. I don't think if she wants to shave her legs for him, then do it. No, I'm agreeing with you. Oh,
you
God.
see how that circular logic just went, y'all?
No, no, you were saying like you said she should shave her legs. Like
no, I said if you're gonna be like fucking around with a Western guy, he's probably gonna ask for that.
Yes, that's yeah.
I'm saying.
But I agree, it's
I'm
total
saying
colonialism.
He has no right to do it.
No, but well.
Again, you're going.
Well, I think you're right.
You're gaslighting me again.
I'm not gaslighting you. Boy, you love that word. It's more of, yes, he is asking her to change all these things. I don't know. I guess that this is the one thing that didn't bug me too much because sometimes you are in relationships where somebody's like, hey, can you trim that? Hey, let that grow. I don't know. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me. But in the context of everything else he's changing,
but she hasn't asked him to do anything.
Well, yeah.
That's the problem.
Because she's got the big ask.
That's true.
Take me to America, God.
So anyway, but she says, I want you to shave your beard. And I wrote down, so he shaved it. I didn't think I would find him palatable without the beard, and I was right. He kind of reminds me, do you know the actress Cherry Jones? Kind of reminds me of
From
Cherry
Punky Brewster?
Cherry is the name. Cherry
That's
Jones
Cherry
is an
Johnson.
actress.
No, I don't know that actress.
Oh, she's fantastic. She was on Broadway in Doubt. She was the president on 24 for a while. Lesbian actor.
Huh.
She's Ed is a less pretty Cherry Jones, y'all.
Okay.
Or Ed without a beard is kind of like, remember Little House on the Prairie?
Yeah.
With Mrs. Olsen?
Yes.
And when Mrs. Olsen had to do real work and her hair was all over the place, she was like, nails!
I loved that so much.
She looks like he looks like a Mrs. Olsen when she had a really hard time.
Are you more of a Mrs. Olsen or are you more of a Nellie? Now, he does have a Nellie Olsen wig, y'all.
I'm probably in the middle of those two. I'm probably more of a Mrs. Olsen because she still wants to do right. She was just raised wrong.
Whereas Nellie Olsen's just
she's
horrible.
just a bitch.
She's just a bitch. That
She's
actor now is so great.
She's a spoiled brat. That's what she is. Do y'all remember Albert on that show? He was like my first stirrings of sexuality.
Albert is he still hot now too, isn't he?
I don't know, but his lips. I remember watching the actor, his lips, and I remember just thinking, I just want to kiss his lips. And
hey Siri, who played Albert on Little House on the Prairie? I want to see what he looks like now.
I found two Albert. Little House on the Prairie.
No, you fucked it up,
Did
Siri.
it just say, I found two Albert?
Also, yeah, I used to
I
think
remember
about,
his like Matthew something was his name.
It was him, and then also
Alonzo.
Alonzo. Oh,
He was
y'all.
tall. You know, he was just giving it to her.
I used to imagine him in a He-Man outfit because he looked like he could. Just huge.
Wow.
Whatever happened to Nellie Olson's little brother? What happened to that actor?
I don't remember him.
Remember she had a little brother.
I don't remember her brother at all.
His name was Wilbur.
I don't remember.
Hey, Siri, what was the little brother's name of Nellie Olson on Little House of the Prairie? Don't fuck this up, Siri. Oops.
I'm sorry. I don't have that information.
God damn it.
Did she have a younger brother?
Yes.
Or maybe he was like, was he really, really spoiled? I think I do remember it slightly.
Yes, he looked like the father. It was great casting.
I
bet. Do you think Miss Olson is dead?
think she's probably alive.
I hope not.
You hope she's not alive?
No, I mean,
All right, we got to move on from Little House on the Prairie.
let's talk about.
That's when they were running down the hill and that dog, y'all. What was the name of that dog? Tiger.
Okay. Oh my God!
What?
Y'all? His name was Willie Owens. It was Willie Owens, and
Willie. Show it to me, you whore.
who is that? Is that him now?
That's him. I remember him now. He was kind of hot, too.
Wow.
Willie Olson. Yes, you're right.
Willie Olson, but he has brown hair. That can't be him.
I need to see Albert. Anyway, we need to move on.
We do need to move on.
So anyway, they're going back to her hometown, and he asked, "Do you have AC?" Again, the most out of touch.
I mean,
She lives in poverty, y'all. I doubt they have central air.
so this is where I'm going to disagree with you. You would totally ask that. Even if we were in fucking Philippines driving by where they're driving by.
There's no door. There's no windows. I'm like, there's AC, right?
Because that part of you, it wouldn't be like white privilege bullshit for you.
I would just really want it.
It would be like you've been hoping and praying that for some, they're the one house that has it.
It's true. I probably, in the back of my mind, I'd be thinking, what if they'd have like a window unit? And
Y'all,
the problem is, y'all, there ain't windows, so there's no window units.
it's odd with Poodle. He's a realist in a lot of ways. However, he is a subscriber of magical thinking sometimes.
I do. I am a subscriber when it benefits me the most. So anyway, y'all, the town is not good.
This was a great episode.
This is desolate. This is not good. This
and not all of the Philippines are like that. Don't
no.
come at us with this.
No,
is just
this
their
is. But this town is poor. This town is poor.
Yes, I mean
she lives in poverty.
There is literally trash on the street.
Yep.
We see their house. Their house doesn't even have 4 walls.
Now, here's the thing, though. If you're Ed, if you've already decided I love this person, you shut your mouth and you go, "I'll eat this shit sandwich."
You know what?
And when I walk into
Hashtag not Southern.
Hashtag not Southern. And when I walk into a house, I find something nice to say, like, "Oh, what a pretty centerpiece."
Or, oh, I love that pattern on the sheets. That's really pretty.
I love that. Did you paint that yourself?
Yeah.
No, that's an advertisement for Walmart.
Oh, that CD covering that's part of your door. I had that in high school.
I know that you say something.
Is that
You
Red
don't
Light
just-
Special by TLC? I love that.
You don't just say,
Oh my God, is that Roxanne?
"Where are the windows?" That's what he asked.
That's what he asked.
Now, right before that, y'all, we are treated to a lovely reunion between a father and son who've never met each other. Prince, the son Prince says, "Daddy."
So that kid is really cute. But again, it goes to show you that, like, you're reminded, again, you can't say Ed is the bad guy in all this because we've seen Rose is not stupid. Rose knows what she's signing up for. That's why I don't feel bad for Rose.
I don't feel bad for her either.
Because
I'm saying
she trained that kid to run up to him screaming "daddy" at somebody he's never met. Someone she has only known for 3 months of her life. Mm-hmm. That was, to me, that turned my stomach just as much as him rubbing her feet.
I'm close on that. So we are reminded that her sister Maria did contact him and saying, don't tell Rose, but we need money. which could be legit.
Could be legit.
And Maria can just be trying to get some for her. I liked it when they're waiting all. Then he comes into the dinner and they all go, surprise!
It was very sweet. They were excited.
And they were so excited. And he was like, this is the worst surprise party ever. He's like, where are the windows?
But
To the windows, to the wall, to the sweat drips down my balls.
what is that?
That's okay. You just
What song? That is
that's
dirty.
Skeet.
What skeet? That is dirty. What
Okay.
is skeet?
How did you miss that song?
What is
skeet,
that song?
Skeet. Talking about coming on a girl's back.
Oh my god!
Y'all,
What?
I
That is
like it-
so
I like it how
gross.
he-
That is disgusting.
Okay.
Why would you sing that?
And so I'm disgusted
oh my god!
with the things that you have said.
I haven't said anything. I was just interpreting
Y'all,
Lisa.
I like it how you freaked out not knowing that George Michael song about a monkey, and you've never heard Skeet.
Skeet.
Y'all, come at us. Everyone's heard this song.
Hey Siri, play Skeet. Well, Siri's offended.
Come at us, y'all. Everybody's heard that song.
So
You're in the
we're
club.
in her home for literally 10 seconds, and Ed is soaking wet. He really does look like Mrs. Olsen now. That's really what. I mean, looks disgusting.
And he's trying to eat the food, but he's like, at least unlike Larry, he's eating the food.
Well,
it
it's
looks
like
good.
chicken and stuff. I don't know how anyone could eat with that monster running around their feet,
You're talking
waiting
about
to kill
chicken.
them. Yes.
Well,
that was terrifying.
And he fed the chicken, y'all, which is like you're just
that's
giving.
some
That's
meta
some fucked up shit.
That's some fucked up shit.
I don't know if that chicken was just a pet or it was just a random occurrence of a farm animal around
It
their
was scary
table.
to me. Although we did have, I think we did have a sissy that had to put down their chicken.
Oh,
So they scare me, but they're pets to some people. So I'm sorry, honey.
we did hear. You can tell that Ed is so oblivious when he says, "Boy, I just don't want her to think that I'm her meal ticket." Do you really think she's in love with you for any other reason?
She is a mastermind. Or
Like-
no, actually, he's just an idiot.
Like, does he really think that? Does he
Yes.
really think that she
As we're
is
going,
in love with him and doesn't care?
as we're going to see later from Yolanda, people.
Oh my God, this is so long.
There's a lot happened.
What happened?
As we're going to see from Yolanda, people believe what they want to believe. People
I wrote
believe
down-
what they want to believe.
I wrote down in the Yolanda section, I said, y'all, this is the stupidest bitch ever.
I'm telling, and that goes for y'all. We believe what we want to believe.
We're going to skip. That's all I got about those two.
I just have, you know what? Because I want to make sure Poodle watched it. We're going to take a commercial break, but while we do that, I want to get an iced tea, but also I watched a commercial for 90 Day Fiancé for bandelettes, and I've got to show you this commercial.
Bandelettes?
Oh, you're going to see. So, y'all, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Y'all,
Get over a lot of things.
we do. You need.
We're back.
You know what? You've gotten under a lot of things, so maybe you need to.
Not right now.
Not right now.
Y'all, there's just moss growing on that whole area right now. But you know the weirdest thing is my brain is so free to think of other things.
Really?
Yes.
Have you gotten more done?
Yes, and I feel like I could solve like Euler's equation or something.
Or how about work on a pandemic?
Exactly. I think I could solve something. Me in a microscope.
Oh, Lord. Y'all, it's upsetting because we already deleted it from our TiVo.
What? You're loud.
And-
Turn me down.
And Poodle, it's probably because this thing fell.
Oh.
Poodle has not seen the Bandelettes commercial.
I didn't know what they were.
And I'm upset because it was this girl in the Bandelettes commercial was the worst actor I've ever seen.
Wow.
And
That's saying something.
bandelettes are these lacy things that you put around your thighs to stop your thighs from chafing when they run together.
I really didn't know. I have any idea.
And I was really, this is a great invention. That's all I wanted to say.
Wow.
What?
Again, riveting.
Well, it doesn't make sense because you haven't seen the commercial, but the commercial was something. Come at me if you own some bandelettes.
You had to be there.
Maybe there'll be a sponsor.
Where
Where are my notes?
I'd hawk anything.
It's true.
This is Steffi and Erica.
Stephanie
our
and Erica.
our LGBTQIA couple.
Boy, this honeymoon didn't last long.
Yeah, no shit. Someone showed their true colors. Yeah. Wow. So Stephanie, she's got her shoulders out like Tiffany from
She
The
does.
Other Way.
Mm-hmm.
And Erica's taking her somewhere, and I just wrote, is that a drag queen? For the woman who's helping them, because that woman obviously went to the makeup school of a drag queen.
Yeah, she reminded me of like cosmetic girls that worked at Benefit, which I love Benefit. It's a great makeup line, but they're always kind of done up in like pin-up.
Or one of those women in like A Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
Like with yellow hair and
Yes.
she
And
was
then-
a lot.
And then there were two girls hired by Aussie Casting. That's the central casting in Australia.
That's true. And I assume everyone there was a girl couple. I assume. And
I don't know. I could see other girls going with their girlfriend to go and make
but
molds
you're
of their
touching,
tits.
But okay. What would this do though? What
Girls do different things. Like I would
But what's
never
the
make a mold
purpose
of your
this?
balls.
No.
Where girls, they touch each other's tits and things
But
like that.
what is the purpose of this? Is it to display the boobies that you've made in your home?
Maybe to be sex positive and give them as a gift. I don't know.
Also, I want to point out that the Australian woman, the Clockwork Orange extra, said "BBs," and I kept saying it for like the whole evening. BBs, BBs.
Look.
I can't get over this.
God.
So, but they're like massaging. I understand this kind of empowering, but they're like massaging each other. They're massaging their boobs to put it on.
Were you close to any family members of girls besides your mother? I mean, this
No.
yeah, because see, I had my older cousin was like my sister, and I would see like we have another cousin, and they would be like, "Oh, look at this bra, the way that like support," and they would just like feel each other's boobs.
I totally get it, but why are they doing it to themselves, to each other, instead of just themselves?
Because
They were putting it on each other.
because they probably were couples.
That's what I was saying, and now it just took you that long to agree with me.
Wasn't clear what you asked.
Y'all, that's what I'm talking about gaslighting.
I'm not gaslighting.
Because you just agreed with me, but in the same breath, you disagree with me.
I don't disagree.
You know, the thing is, when I finally bring the case to you correctly, you're like, "Oh yeah, it's this," and I'm like, "I just said that." And you're like, "I didn't hear that."
So if you just explain yourself correctly for the first time, it won't be a problem.
He's Usman. He's Lisaing me, y'all.
But you're going to hate this because I'm going to go back. But some girls, I could see some girls going with their not significant other and just going like, this will be a fun girlfriend thing to do. We'll have some wine.
It's like a bachelorette party
yeah,
thing.
I'll put stuff on your tits. You put it on mine.
I guess. I can see you, but everyone in that room was way too serious.
Gay guys don't do that.
No.
We're not touching somebody
No.
else's junk unless we're
Y'all, if that was all gay guys, it would have turned off into a circle jerk real quick. That
Real
Clockwork
quick.
Orange woman would have been shoved in the closet.
She'd be like, I'm going to go on my break.
And like no one was going to be decorating anything unless it was spooge.
Those.
So then they
And then
decorated.
they probably would write like make a mural that says, if you can cream it, you can dream it.
That's not going on a shirt, y'all. That's not going on a shirt.
If you can cream it, you can dream it. Okay.
Oh. I think any credibility we earn from our talk, from anything that we talk about that may make sense or may have something to say about a social issue is eroded by the phrase, if you can cream it, you can dream it.
Yeah, we done a very long session about colonialism.
But no, it's just eroded. So I just have one more question about the booby molds.
Oh, God.
Again, so these are decorated. Why are we decorating them? Is that also supposed to make us feel... This is just going to be one of those stupid things I'll never get and I'll never understand it.
You don't have boobs. You're not going to have boobs.
But I would never do it for my penis either. It just seems like a ridiculous thing. It's like a porny, like HBO real sex version of Color Me Mine.
But you know what? You're a male, and you've never had a societal shame of your body.
And you know what? That is true.
And that's a big
difference. And thank you for bringing that up.
So I think maybe for some women it's empowering in that way. Maybe they just do it because they get their nips played with.
My question is, what do you do with them after? Like, do you just throw them in the back of the closet?
Oh, no. I'm sure you hang them up. Y'all come at us if you've made
Tell
boob
us
art.
if you've made some booby molds.
Some bibby molds.
Bibbies molds. All right, I'm going to get over this because obviously I can't see it. But that is very good about societal shame.
You can make a mold of your ass and they can make a mold of chocolate.
Like a fleshlight.
Like they'll put it in chocolate so someone can eat your asshole.
Oh. And last time I sent that to the mail, it wasn't as good.
Yeah. That's true. So my question to you is, did you think this was an appropriate date to take Stephanie on?
No. That was my other thing. Y'all, if you're going to take someone on this, you need to check in with them first.
I mean, Stephanie's okay, and Stephanie brings this up, so this
She's
is
more
good.
sexual on her.
We haven't
YouTube
seen
channel.
her YouTube because we don't care. So, but if you have,
I don't really enjoy her.
I don't dislike her. I just don't want to watch YouTube.
But there's nothing in me that wants me to watch her.
It's very hard for me to get into YouTubers. Like on Drag Race when they were talking about Poppy, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about Poppy.
But no, I believe Stephanie should have been consulted.
Unless she has like her, to me, it's like, unless someone has like an OnlyFans count.
Yeah.
Like she's getting fucking like pounded every other week or every other day for money. Or it's like a dominatrix.
Yeah.
Or like very sex positive. And then be like
if her mother left, when she told her mother she was leaving, the mother went, "All right, see you later, Biggie." Honk, honk.
Yeah, exactly.
Then it would be fine.
Then you would know this would be comfortable for her. This was not appropriate.
Especially if it was going to be just Erica and her. It would have been very different. But there were two other
people there.
Nondescript female couples in the room.
I mean, I guess it just depends on the person. Like, I'm kind of this person, and Poodle kind of can be this way too. But you can even more. Where I'll act sometimes kind of prudish. But if I get in a group activity and people are like, sure, everybody just take their clothes off. I'm like, okay, fuck it.
Yeah, but I would like to know what's going on. I do not like to be surprised.
No, it was not. It was not cool at all.
And you could see her kind of shut down,
She
and
totally
it made me
shut
feel
down.
very uncomfortable.
It made me feel bad for hers.
So I think, I really do believe that event precipitated everything that happened.
For sure.
Yeah,
because I do agree with. Again, you're in a new relationship. It's just hard. You're in a new relationship. You haven't been physical yet.
Yeah.
So you're taking to an event, again, not as like, oh, Stephanie, we're in a group of like 10 women and you all like maybe either go behind a curtain or even like you're going to put paper mache on your own boobs.
Yeah, and you're all encouraged to drop your bras really quickly.
This is, I am going to feel of your boobs.
That's
and
what
put
I'm
this on
talking
your
about.
breast. No, but I mean, it's fine as long as there's consent.
Yeah, and that's the thing. There were no ground rules set by either one of these women. So that's the problem. Neither one of them are getting their intimacy needs met right now.
No.
That is why as soon as Erica took Stephanie here, all protocol was broken, and she felt like she had to be more intimate ahead of time. And then the rest of the evening, y'all, and I've done this, I've been guilty of this, she tries to run Erica off because she feels like her boundaries have been
she's like,
broken.
it's done.
Yeah.
It's done.
Well, I'm saying everything that happened that evening was trying to push her away.
Well, also, the girl from Aussie Casting didn't help with so, do you think a long-distance relationship will work for a long
Yeah.
time? If that wasn't
Thanks.
fed by a producer at all.
And she's like, no. She's like, I don't think it's going to last for much longer.
It's hard because they're both not wrong. Like, they both have some truth into what they're saying. Erica is right. It is confusing. Stephanie is this way on her YouTube. She wants to take a bath with her. She's wearing this sexy nightie, but yet she doesn't want to be intimate with her.
Yeah.
So she takes her to this thing. She wants her to potentially move to the United States, but she doesn't want to fuck her yet. So it's like Erica thinks, how can you talk?
It's confusing.
To Erica, that is all seen as intimacy.
Yeah. Erica's much more grounded, you guys.
In a way, she got real defensive real quick. We're going to talk about that later.
She went from
zero
zero
to like 20. She was like, literally, oh my God. She was a Tasmanian devil.
0 to Tasmanian devil. Bisexual.
Boobies.
Bisexual Tasmanian devil.
Mine kind of sounds like Bobcat Goldthwait.
It kind of does. So,
I wonder if he's alive.
you know why she went from 0 to 300 is because this whole thing was set up. This was an ambush, y'all.
So for people that don't watch, Stephanie, so they do make the boobs, and then Stephanie decides she gets Erica this pretty gift, this little tiara, which Poodle would love to wear.
I would.
They go to a romantic dinner.
Now, she gets this idea. Now, I say...
And Stephanie is taking Erica to the dinner.
I say this whole dinner is being precipitated by one event that we find out later happened that she saw on Erica's phone, a dating app.
Yes, because, yes.
I am convinced this is almost like Stephanie is scripting like one of her YouTube videos, that she's going to confront her at her nice dinner. Like, that's the fuck you of it all.
You know what? Yes, and I also think just Stephanie, Erica brought up, she was like, Stephanie works in this way of, I'm very sexual. I'm not going to be intimate. I want you to move here. We're not going to have sex.
Right.
I want to go on a romantic dinner.
That's very controlled.
So let's talk about something that's not like totally not romantic.
So anyway, they are at the dinner. I wrote down again, this poor server. And I heard also about it. She's like, I look for the most romantic place. I was like,
this is it?
This is like a budget Thai restaurant.
Yeah, it looks like Joom Cafe, which is really good, y'all, in Beverly. It's delicious. I had it last night.
So anyway, y'all, she's like, I'm so glad we're here together. Anyway, yesterday, y'all, I'm telling you, this whole thing was planned to...
I agree.
To confront her in this really fucked up theatrical way.
Where she just couldn't ask her that like in the hotel room.
No, she had to put stakes to it.
And maybe the producers did that, but I don't know.
Maybe. It seems like Stephanie's style. Like,
I don't know.
So she basically, let's talk about this dating app. We don't know. Maybe it was Hinge. Maybe it was Girls Who Like Girls. Maybe it was Koala.
Koala. It was
Wallaby.
Down Under Dames.
She's looking for all of them.
Ruth. There's just a Ruth. They should make a lesbian dating app just called Ruth.
Sheila's.
I know a lesbian. I know two lesbians.
No, but
named
that's what
Sheila.
they call a girl in Australia.
They do.
You're a Sheila's. Sheila's only.
I wonder why they call them Sheila's.
I don't know. It's not worth wondering about.
What's the use of wondering?
Let's not talk about the saddest ballads. The saddest ballad about spousal abuse. This carousel, y'all. So anyway, she said, speaking of, when I saw you on your phone the other day, my eyes glanced and saw you had an app installed. So a couple things. The app was just installed. She has no idea if she was using it or if that was left over from anything. This is cuckoo magoo. And then she says, I want you to delete it.
It is, I think,
I'll tell a story of this because I've had this act like.
I think it's more of because look, they've only been together for like 2 days. However, they've been speaking online for a long time now, so it's not as if they're just
3 months, right?
No, longer than that. It's not as if they're just like starting to date. Like they've been emotionally connected for a long time. But so I was just saying, if I had the app, I would be like, oh, I saw you had the dating app, and I would just kind of ask, are you dating, or have you been dating, or like, and I would want that maybe the explanation, but I would never ask someone unless I was with them for a while. But even then, when she was like, I would like for you to delete it, that was controlling.
It was an ultimatum. Yeah.
What happened with you with this? What the fuck happened?
Anyway, but what Erica did say is the business side of the app. And I will have to say, there are, in this town we network in, you guys. And for like Grindr and Scruff, sometimes I will network on those apps.
Okay. All right.
And on network, I mean, Bob on the knob.
Yeah, I was gonna say I need a distinct story about when you have networked. When have you networked?
What? Someone I met on Scruff became my student.
Bullshit.
Then we never fucked around. I promise.
Really?
Yes.
Swear on your
grandmother's grave. I swear on my grandmother's grave.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I stand erected.
And I have gotten gigs from stuff like that, or
define gigs. Are you wearing clothes during these gigs? And
am I being paid?
Is it Venmo or cash? Or is it just a pill up your ass?
Let me clarify what happened to. I was dating someone, and I was dating him probably about 4 weeks.
New?
Yeah. And he kind of brought up, where are we? Just kind of like, I'd like for us both to be able to delete like Grindr and Scruff off our phone. And it was said in that kind of way. And I kind of like let it go. And then like 2 weeks down the road, there was like kind of a, like not tearful, but like, I just wish like neither of us were on Grindr or Scruff. And it just kept going. And I didn't address it. I'm like, okay, can we talk about it? And we never really got it. And then finally there was a complete blow up about it. So, but I looking back, it would have been have me to say, instead of him bringing it up, I would have had to say, let's talk about this more. What don't you like about this? But it never got that far. I got Lisa'd. I'm glad we got past this.
Well, but
that they had a problem with it.
So when do you think is an appropriate time of dating someone to delete a dating app?
That's a good question. Tell us with your readers. Now, there is a type of, now we're gay men, so you could be with someone 2 months and then say it's an open relationship.
And then y'all could like be looking at the app together.
I know. So I don't know. I think I'd be way too jealous for an open relationship. So
and water is wet.
Ooh, I'd be outside someone's hotel where I knew this happened and sitting there with a knife.
You'd be like my friend Sharon, who showed up at that strip club, and when he walked out, she was just waiting there with receipts.
So y'all
don't be that girl. Oh. Don't let it get that far. If you waited outside a strip club for your man to come out,
at us.
Come at us and let us know.
Anyway, this was a good time, but what I was going to say, how the relationship did end, because that was kind of like a list of his grievances that he kind of brought me one night, and I was kind of like, okay, I can't do any of this, and I'm sorry you feel this way. This is unresolvable to me. And it's
weren't y'all only together for like? Because I feel like I know who you're talking about.
Like about 6-7 weeks.
Yeah,
month and a half.
I think that's too soon to ask.
Agreed.
That.
Agreed. Now,
especially with this one, because this one takes a long time to commit.
It's hard to put a saddle on me.
But once you do,
you can ride me bareback.
But once you tame this wild horse, she'll be loyal.
It's hard to. I can't be tamed. I'm sorry, Miley Cyrus.
Oh,
but y'all,
you were so cute. You need to have sex.
I know,
so
y'all.
Bad. It's an energetic thing. Like I can feel.
You
can't do it.
I need a COVID buddy. Something
because
bad.
if you get COVID and you give me, if you start having sex with somebody, you can. even though I don't think you should. But then we can't see each other.
I know, but no, I can't do it because I out of respect. I feel such a duty to making this slowing down.
Y'all, it is a radical act of love to stay home.
Thank you. That is a lovely thing to say.
My friend Kayla said that, Kayla Weisberg, because Poodle and I, we have they say you can, so we have quarantined together. So that's why we're still able to see each other.
I'm about to sit on a fire hydrant though, or that knob on the top of my banister.
Anyway.
So I would say, you know what I would say? I would say a good time to talk about that would be like 2 to 3 months.
Agree.
I think 3
Circle
months
gets
is
a
a
square.
good. I think 3 months is a good time to talk about that. But it's also the way it's presented, and I will say it was triggering for me to hear her get attacked about that.
Now, Stephanie
It was
did
triggering to
say,
me.
would you be open to delete that? She did say it in that way, but it was like...
No, she would say, I would like you to delete it.
Oh, see, she said, would you be open to deleting it?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Still, she shouldn't have
It felt
asked.
like an outright ambush, y'all. And I promise you, this is all due to this thinking that Erica did her wrong.
And so Erica starts saying, this kind of takes the romance out of things.
Yep. And she said, I'm comfortable. And she says, everything makes you uncomfortable.
Yes, and that's when Erica...
Woo!
It was just... Yeah. And then Erica even says, buying me presents doesn't mean you can control me.
Oh, and I went, girl!
It's true. And Stephanie said, you don't understand me at all.
It went from 0 to lesbian drama in like 11 seconds.
Y'all, we called it because lady on lady drama, it goes real fast and it gets ugly really y'all,
fast.
If you're any of our funny, not really dramatic, sad ones, but any of you lesbians or bisexual women out there, come at us with your good girl on girl fights that just got out of hand quick. We want to hear it.
They do. I've never seen a scarier fist fight than at a lesbian bar.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. You know what? Mine was at Mabel Peabody's Chainsaw Repair.
I love that place.
I think it's closed. That was literally
like
the name
it.
of our bar we went to in Texas. Anyway.
So
and Stephanie's like, I don't know if we can come back from that.
I'm gonna say, spoiler alert, you are.
Spoiler alert.
Because like all girls in love, you're gonna be fine the next morning.
When you're in love.
Shall we move on to Yolanda
Williams.
I have a really hard time watching this bitch.
You know what? She didn't giggle once this episode.
No,
'cause
she didn't.
Y'all, sad Yolanda.
Yeah, it's kind of like I've said this before. It's like an ant with a magnifying glass, and you're just watching it.
Just waiting for them to find that word.
So
me and Kara are going to the coffee shop.
So they are, and on the way there, like it's kind of mysterious music, kind of like either Desperate Housewives movie,
Yeah.
or that kind of like crime show, like Diagnosis Murder.
Oh my God, with Dick Van Dyke. I love Diagnosis
and
Murder.
Charlene Tilton.
That was a good show.
Y'all, if you know who Charlene Tilton is, you are not under 40. Almost exclusively.
Dick Van
I
Dyke.
think like Charlene Tilton was in that.
When he danced in Mary Poppins, I cried.
It was something.
It was something.
It was something.
So basically, his Instagram, y'all, is still gone, and Kara basically is like, "Well, Mom, have you ever looked the name up? Like, I guess there's another name of the Instagram."
And she's like, "Oh, you can do that?"
She's like, "Really? Well, Williams told me." And basically, y'all, it's a Nigerian number and it's a Nigerian name.
Yes. And I wrote again, this whole storyline feels like it's like out of 2005.
It is.
Like 2000, where like she left her like America Online number
yeah.
and her away message and shit like that.
Catfished.
Like everyone's seen Catfished or heard of it.
But I don't think she has. I think she, Yolanda, she probably doesn't watch Catfish. Who knows what she's watching?
I would like to do a version of 90 Day Theater here where you play Yolanda and I'm her reasonable daughter trying to get you to actually, you know what? Let's reverse it. Where I'll play Yolanda and you're the daughter.
Okay.
That might be. Oh, I just flipped the script and I liked it.
Sure.
I kissed a girl and I liked it. Yo, Katy Perry looks good pregnant.
She does. She's having a little girl.
I know.
She's
never.
getting that Orlando.
Oh
dick.
God, I'd
and
beg
it is,
for it.
Y'all, if y'all didn't see him
It
on that
is
service,
nice.
it is nice.
It's an uncut wonder.
I mean, Legolas has a third leg. Who knew?
Anyway,
He's got a bow and arrow that'll prick you.
Back to the.
He's an elf of a different color.
That makes no sense.
Because elves usually you think of small, like Keebler elves. Different color. He's got a big dick.
But the different color, it makes less sense.
It's a big dick, let him in. Sorry, that's my elfin song.
Yeah, it's awful.
Remember how ethereal Kate Blanchett was that in
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay,
Y'all,
we're not going to
you
talk
have
about
time
Lord of the
to-
Rings
you
anymore.
have time to watch Lord of the Rings now.
You do. You can watch Lord of the Rings and The Irishman in one
The
day.
extended version.
So anyway, so
Whenever
you'll be
you're
the
ready.
daughter.
Yes,
and
I'll be Kara.
and
I
I'll
have
be
a name. I have a name.
Kara. And so
With 2
and
Rs.
scene. Well, is that a Nigerian name?
Yes, Mom. That's a Nigerian name. And the number is a Nigerian number, too. Did you ever look this up, Mom?
But Williams is from England. Why would he have a Nigerian name and a Nigerian number?
How do you know he's from England, Mother?
'Cause he told me and he loves me. But what are some... I can think of tons of explanations why this would work.
Oh, really? But, Mom, it's right here in black and white. It's fucking Nigeria.
Wait, what if... Why? How could he have an English accent if he was Nigerian?
But did you listen to him talk, Mom? He doesn't even sound British.
What if Nigerians hacked his account?
Well, okay. Mom, but
Wait.
again, he didn't sound... Okay.
What if Williams, Elvis, and Jimmy Hoffa all took us to the lost city of Atlantis?
Mom, are you off your meds?
And scene. That's as believable.
It is pretty believable. And
She's got an answer for everything, y'all.
because even when Kara says, Mom, what do you believe in your heart of hearts? And she said, I believe he Williams. And that says it all.
That's a faith. That's called the faith of a mustard seed, y'all. I believe he Williams.
Because, and that's what cracked me up about that. He wasn't even close to a British accent.
No.
And all Americans know what a British accent is. Like if someone said South
but why
African,
would-
maybe you haven't heard it.
Why would a Nigerian have a British accent? She said that in all, y'all. That you can't act that. She believes that.
It gets more because later
this
on,
is so good.
And later on, she hasn't talked in 3 or 4 days, and then she says,
She texts him.
she said, "It's really perplexing."
And
I want to ask him, but I don't want to ask him
Because I don't wanna offend him.
'cause I don't want to offend him, so I'm just going to text him. You Nigerian, baby?
No, it's this. The exact quote. Are you Nigerian? ... Baby? There was an ellipses,
This is true.
then baby, and then a question mark. Again, are you Nigerian? ...
I don't know why he's not answering my text.
Baby?
Baby? What now? And then this
I screamed at that.
I screamed too. And honestly, this is where it honestly got dark and kind of sad
It
for
got
Yolanda.
dark.
Like, we make fun of her, but this is like, ugh.
It got really dark. This is when we realized that the scammer is coming to play.
Yeah.
And we find out she just gets an email that says from some weird email address
Email address
that says, you need to pay us money or we have compromising photos of you.
of you. And so they're bribing her.
No, they're extorting
Or extorting her, yes.
So-
and
She sent him nudes, y'all.
so This is why, y'all. This is why. If you're not on the Gatreon, it's helpful because Poodle's got to save his money because he's going to get extorted so much
Y'all,
when we get more popular.
If we get a show, I'm shutting down everything. Like, hopefully no one saved theirs.
It is too late.
Half of Los Angeles has seen my
There
penis.
is a picture with Jake with his mouth open and a trumpet's up his butt, and he's playing for Elise.
Fuck me.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm screwed. I'm screwed if we ever get a show.
Yeah, doing the hoe dog rag. Boom.
And someone says online, Jake Anthony nude pics leaked, and I'm like, sounds about right.
And
I won't even have anything to say about it.
And only like 3 people look at them because everyone else has.
Everyone else has
Because
them.
everyone else has. I'll be like, that's that dick pic I was getting from that guy. Everybody's using that
My
one
Aunt
now.
Shirley's like, I've already seen it.
I've already seen it. And but no, seriously, yeah, and even then the producer says, do you think this could be Williams? And she said,
Williams was hacked.
Williams was hacked. This could not be Williams.
I wrote down Lordy.
She even said, he has never talked to me in this tone. She is. What is sad is that we're kind of finding out. We didn't get this timeline fully, but y'all, I'm pretty sure her husband went to jail. Her husband died, and in that time is when she
jail.
met this Williams.
Yes.
So she's just a broken
And
person.
she's not through grief yet. By any means, she has not processed her grief. So Williams is like kind of taken her away from grief.
And do we know yet? Has she given Williams? So she hasn't given Williams money yet. It's all
don't
about
know.
being extorted.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
I
That's all I have
She
about
did say-
that moron.
I think he was hacked and someone got in his messages and found my email and sent me a message. That's what I think happened.
I just want to you know how I not actually hurt her. I want to actually slap sense into her. You know how you want to slap sense into people? Mm-hmm. I want to slap her.
But
back.
But you know what Yolanda's thinking? As long as he needs me. That's all I know. That
he's right where I should be. I'll still hung on steadfastly as long as he needs me. If you are naughty, then you will know. And if someone needs you, then you will know. I won't betray his trust. Though people say I must, I've got to stay true just as long as he needs me. Did you like my exhaustive? Oh, on my iPhone, my parents are calling me.
Oh,
shocking. They must have said, "Is he being gay?"
What? You started wearing your watch now.
I did.
How come?
I don't know why. Just got it out.
That's good.
I cleaned the lube off of it.
Oh. There you go. Let's go to our next Lonely Hearts. This is a long show, y'all. We're giving you quarantine.
It's not.
Content.
It's not my fault. I'm trying to keep things
Well,
moving.
a lot of happened. We haven't even really gone on tangents as we just sang a whole
We
thing.
just sang an entire song from Oliver.
Yo, that's from Oliver, and that song is
That's
sad.
written by the sex worker Nancy,
Nancy.
singing about her abusive husband
Yep.
or her boyfriend.
Let's talk about
Bill
Avery.
Sykes.
Well, we'll get through them quick. Not much happened with Avery Nash.
No,
at all.
very
Yeah,
little.
Very, very little.
They're going to Cairns or Cairns.
Cairns. It looks beautiful.
It does. She's having a good time in Melbourne, which she says it just like he does now. Good to know that Avery, her attachment issues are fine.
It's true. They're going to go on a 3-day getaway. They'll go to Cairns, whatever it's called.
Cairns.
So they're going on this trip, and I mean, y'all really, like one thing happened during their entire segment.
He did say, he even said in the confession, he's like, this is what I recommend to clients when they want to spend some time with their partner. They want to get into their partner more. So again, he's like on autopilot.
And that's really the one issue that they talk about.
Yeah, and really, she brings it up. And actually, we talked a little bit about this on our crossover episode with Pink Shade and Pain in the Pod.
That was so fun. If y'all haven't listened to that, listen to that.
We
so fun.
had so much fun with Aaron and Mary Payne. We did 30 minutes on our show for Pink Shade, and we did a whole crossover episode with Barry Payne from Pain in the Pod.
Which I think that's going up maybe this week.
Yes.
Pain in the Pod's not up yet, but I think it's this week.
Yeah, that's what she said. So look for that, y'all. If you don't know Mary Payne Gilbert,
Mary Payne Gilbert.
Like that. She interviews podcasters, and she is a fantastic interviewer.
She is a good interviewer.
She got me to open up about some really sensitive things.
And most men just get him to open up. Literally.
They're like, "What can we?" I'm like, "The pants are already down."
You know how like when you see a movie and like a cave opens up and the wind just blows out of it and your hair goes back and it takes your eyebrows off? That's like when Poodle bends over. He just goes... I can't hear you, Paul! I can't hear you!
It's like that Dolby commercial. Whoosh! Boom!
It's true.
Just blows your hair back. Yeah, so she calls him out, and she's like, I feel like you have a lot of rehearsed ways of saying these things to me, and that's not real life. And I went, girl, snaps!
And you know what? And she said it, and it was intelligent and articulate, and like she said it in such a great way.
And he's like, oh, well, those things need to be talked about. Those things need to be, and we need to be considered. And I think we're both having the same perspectives. He's still dancing around her, y'all.
And do you think he's doing that because he's on camera? Do you
Possibly, but I feel like we talked about it on Aaron's podcast, Pink Shade, where I was saying I think he's an empty vessel. There's nothing in him that won't be marketable. So he's suppressed all that.
I think he suppresses himself for sure.
He has become his own commercial.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to get inside that.
Yeah.
So he's play acting a relationship for her.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he basically at one point he's like, your perspective, I really appreciate it.
Yes.
He kept saying that, and I was like, she's like, please, let's just talk.
In like therapy talk, it's fine to say, I really appreciate that perspective, but then you follow up with, here is what I'm thinking, or here is what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
He doesn't do any of that. He just says like, it's like, he doesn't do it in a dick way, but it's like when people say,
I'm sorry you feel that way.
I'm sorry you feel that way, or I'm sorry you're upset.
Which you say to me all the time.
Because it's wonderful. Because also you can't rationalize when she's going off, like again when she's the Tasmanian
I'm spiraling.
Devil, you just got to let Poodle spiral. You can't.
That's the thing, y'all. You can't talk me down from shit.
You just got to let her wind herself down.
You need to. You're probably if you're female, you're probably like that too. And your husband tries to calm you down. You need to go. You tell him next time. Let me spiral. Let me fucking spiral
and
for a
minute. And I just let him.
Because
go.
y'all, once I get it out, once I get it talked out, I'm fine. I'm kind of like the Tasmanian devil after he's gotten fucked.
You're like the female Tasmanian devil with the big lips. Remember with their big Darcy lips,
the big red cheeks.
Yeah.
That's basically all I've got.
That's all I have.
He talks in circles. It's awful.
I think I really, 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 really hope that she gets to meet the ex-wife, because I think it's going to be.
They've been.
They're building up.
They're building up to it so much.
I'm so bummed that we're not going to have a tell-all for this now.
Yeah,
and the reason is because I'm going to need a follow-up to this Tom and Darcy conversation.
I just forgot we have one more to do.
Yeah, I was wondering why you're looking on your phone. Jesus.
This episode is going to be 3 hours long.
You know what? People need it. They're at home. They're homeschooling their kids.
Oh,
they're
God.
drinking at 1:30 in the afternoon. They fucking need this.
Y'all remember what I said about Brene Brown's idea of a fucking first time? This is the fucking first time any of us have ever done anything like this. Give yourself some motherfucking grace.
And have a drink or some feels. I just said one of the sissy squads was stressed out. Somebody said, my friend was too, and I just told him to get some feels. Thank you for supporting us. Feels.com.
Feels.com. FEALS.
.com/90day.
Yes. You can get 10%.
We actually shouldn't say that
because
they're not paying us anymore.
We're going up for another round.
Oh yeah, we are actually.
That's why. That's only why I would have said it. I'm not doing shilling for them, but you hear me going, yeah, it's good. I went right away. 10% off your first order.
Is it really 10%?
Yes.
I didn't remember.
You're a terrible spokesperson.
All right.
So Darcy's got her shoulder jacket on. She's walking with the jacket across her shoulders. Tom says. Tom is leading us up to something. Tom is a big fake, y'all. We already established
he
he's
is
a big
fake.
So he tries to kiss her, and she says, my favorite line that I've almost seen of her all season, no, I don't feel comfortable.
No, I don't feel comfortable. Handshake's okay. And then they just sit there in silence.
And it's just, and I feel
which is the worst thing for Darcy.
Pass.
That is what.
Yeah, silence is
from
her kryptonite.
The beginning, Tom is here just to make Darcy feel like shit.
Yep. He's lighting her up. Yep.
It's a much more subtle way than Jesse.
Very British.
But
yep.
So they're just sitting there.
He has to feel better than her. He has to feel better than her all the time. Yeah.
And so they're sitting there, and Tom says, well, I'm kind of nervous. And she's like, no need. It's just me.
It's me. I saw you had a really good time at Malta. Yeah, it was nice to spend it with Stacey and family. You know, family's great.
And then I think now's the time.
Yes.
And this might be a long one, y'all.
The whole rest of their conversation. I will be playing the role of Tom.
And I will be playing the role of Darcy.
Let's just close this whole segment out.
All right.
Y'all, this would have been first of all, it was kind of horrifying, but it wouldn't have been as comical if she wouldn't have been performing her Darcy clown stylings the whole
time. The whole time.
I laughed several times. So, anyway,
interior restaurant,
bougie restaurant
where you would have
hotel.
dinner, but instead it's just coffee.
It's just sad coffee.
Sad coffee.
So anyway, so I saw you and your sister at Malta. Looked lovely.
It was nice to spend it with Stacey. Beautiful memory for 45. Thanks for the text.
Oh,
you said you were gonna call.
So you wanted more? I'm sorry.
He says it's okay.
Whispers. We're gonna go on, but I squealed. Anyway, continuing the scene.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm so glad I could get to see you here from work.
Thanks for fitting me in for your lunch meeting. You know, just like in your calendar. Just a quick lunch.
Darcy, what happened to us?
Well, seemed like we were gonna give it a go, and then and I rode you like my British man, and broke your leg. I thought we had love.
Here's the thing. I hurt my best friend, and that really hurt me. And you haven't been there for me. But you haven't been there for me.
But did it hurt? I mean, when I broke your foot, when I almost fucked your foot off. But did it really hurt? Did it really hurt?
It did. It was gout. But thank you. Thank you for that. And why do you never let me talk?
Because I know what you really need to say. Why don't you say what you need to say? Like that John Mayer song.
Say what you need to say.
Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say.
Darcy, please stop singing that song in your voice.
Fine, but John Mayer's cute.
Anyway.
I bet he treats women with respect.
Fine. I met someone. Her name is Shannon. and she looks like an anemic version of you, or more like one of those Weimaraner dogs that has a beautiful blonde wig. And, you know, she loves me the way I want to be loved, the way you never could.
I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that.
And you know what? I wish I could have loved you like Jesse, because I have to tell you, and this is where you'll feel how much I love you. I love you like a sister.
Well, boy, I wish you would have told me before we got in the sack and I rode you like a donkey. Woo!
I would love to be friends, though. After all that I've said to you, I would like to be friends.
Tell me I'm pretty and we can be friends. Just say I'm pretty, please. Just tell me
I
you
can't
love
do
me.
that. I cannot do that.
You get nothing to me.
Try not to ruin the next one. Try not to ruin him.
I'm gonna pay for his coffee.
Check, please.
I'm gonna pay for his coffee.
Did you put weight on? That was going on inside her head. But what she said, y'all, was, what's that?
What's that?
Anyway, y'all, I love Insane.
Insane.
I love this Darcy. Darcy went and had now she's still the same old messed up girl.
This is why the Darcy spinoff is going to be incredible.
Someone though gave her a mantra. Someone gave her and no man will ever take advantage of me again.
She said, I'm so glad I'm done. And she's like, I don't deserve to be. And then, the way she said it, no man will ever take advantage of me again. And she said it in the tears.
God is my witness.
Yes.
I will never go hungry again.
This was classic. This was on the level of Shakespearean theater.
It was.
And it was one of the best things we've ever seen in 90 Day History.
I agree. It was fantastic.
It was fantastic. If Emmys could be given out for reality show acting,
Darcy Silva
just fucking won.
In this scene. And I liked it. You're exactly right. Silence is her enemy, because she's always like, something stops. She goes, she just kind of moves around like she's a confused bird.
Because Tom is right in that about one thing. Darcy doesn't listen to anyone.
Right.
And I'm sure Tom is right that he probably talked about his own concerns. And I'm sure Darcy is so narcissistic, y'all. She's never going to be there for anybody.
I would agree.
She thinks she is, but she is always probably going to make it about herself.
That's all I've got on that. That was like an epic. I feel like I watched Gone with the Wind.
It was, it filled my soul.
It was pretty great.
That filled my soul.
Don't sing How Great Thou Art. How do you know that song? That is not a Catholic song.
Everybody knows that song.
Oh,
if
really?
you're from the South.
That's probably true.
I don't know all the verses.
God, I open my Facebook and it's just a fucking thirst trap.
There is a version of Carrie Underwood singing that song.
Oh, God.
Of Carrie Underwood singing How Great Thou Art is maybe one of the greatest performances I've ever seen.
It's a really hard congregational hymn to do.
Let's check, y'all, on the Google Sheets and see what, Mary Shexy, thank you for that. Let's check our letter of gay and see what letter are we on for our Patreon.
Know.
We're on
no
letter.
Fucking clue.
We're on L and M. L and M.
L and M.
And we can't pick Louis Molina or Lisa Kay or Matt J. House. We picked them last time.
Okay.
L or M. Poodle, what do you want to do?
L or M.
Mm-hmm.
You go.
L or
I'll
M?
do L. You go
Okay.
first.
Let's look. Oh, look. Here's somebody right here we didn't even know. Y'all, we've got Angela. Oh, God, how am I going to do this? This is Angela Parente
Okay.
Fick-Donald.
Wow.
Angela
Parente
Fick-Donald.
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 From the Scottish McDonald's.
Yes.
Yes.
Y'all, a lot of people don't know this about Angela, but she's not actually Irish at all. What was that woman's name who pretended to be African American and wasn't?
Rachel Dolezal. I don't know how I just came up with that.
She is like Rachel Dolezal, where, y'all, she's not Irish at all. In fact, she is Italian, but she has a gluten intolerance,
Okay.
and so she feels like she cannot be Italian anymore. So
That's terrible.
she is nothing but just a walking advertisement for Irish Times. All she goes to are Irish bars.
Ooh, I love a
She
good
wears
Irish bar.
green every day. She also she only tries to fuck redheaded guys.
Oh.
To like carry on the Irish race, but it's all just a big it's a ruse. So it tears her up inside. She gets terrible anxiety, and the way that she quells her anxiety from living this double life is she makes crocheted cock rings.
Yes.
Because she can't make a mask, but she wants to do something for people to give them a little warmth and comfort.
And a cock ring is sometimes all you need.
Sometimes all you need.
Got to keep those warm.
Yes, exactly. So she makes all different colors. She gets, she's known as the Lady Joanne's fabric that nobody should speak to on Sundays because she.
We all know that bitch.
She all has a late Saturday night at the Irish bar, if you know what I mean. She's giving out some cock rings for free. And that's our
so
sissy,
sweet.
That's our sissy.
What's her name again?
Angela Parente Fick-Donald.
I have a feeling that's not really done well. My sissy shout out goes to Fashly
Oh, Jesus.
Lerma. Fashly Lerma.
Okay.
Fashly. You know, I wouldn't like that name if I saw it just there. But I understand how sometimes we have to have names like that. I'm glad I need to stop turning my iWatch because it's bothering me when people call me.
You need to take it off when we do this show.
I'm trying to do it. See, y'all, Fashly Lerma. Fashly, if I can call you Fash. Fashly loves, her name's Fashly, so she loves anything dealing with fashion.
Oh, okay.
But what she loves more, the specific area of fashion, is she loves to do outfits on birds.
Terrifying.
I know that you won't like it, but they're cute.
Okay.
But she specializes, you guys. She's sex positive. Her specialty is in sluttying up birds.
Oh,
so she rouges them. She makes them look like birds of the night.
Oh.
Or sex worker birds.
Okay.
So she rouges them. She gives them low-cut dresses.
Okay.
It's weird to see birds that look sexy, but these birds look fucking hot.
Is she like does she put dresses on the male birds?
Yes, all of them.
Oh, okay.
All of them look like beautiful, beautiful sluts.
So it's like
we're sex positive, y'all. We're not slut shaming here. Slut is a good word.
And she's avian positive.
Exactly. So y'all, everyone's getting like a low cut gown, so you can see all the way up to their hooch of a bird, which I don't know where that is.
I don't
I don't think Fashly knows either.
I don't think Fashly knows that.
I'm telling you, these birds are hot pieces of pussy. That's all I'll tell you. And you know what? And they dance around too. As soon as you put these birds in these outfits, they just want to slut around and dance to skeet, 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 skeet to the windows, to the walls, and they're like doing grindy bird dances.
Wow.
I mean, y'all, I've never seen a parrot just absolutely give another parrot a fucking blowjob.
Wow. Wow.
But
Y'all
that's
don't
what
pull
happens.
over, by the way.
Don't pull over.
Don't pull over.
Anyway, and after Ashley gets so excited, she has to like crank her own yank about halfway through it. Gotta get at least one in the jar.
Okay. Wow.
Do.
So she's turned on by birds?
She's not turned on by the birds. It's just how she's
sex positive they are. It's energy.
Exactly.
Avian energy.
And you know what? And everybody in the audience, because of course there's an audience, is jerking off too.
Great.
That's her story. Ashley Lerma.
I'm sorry, Alyssa. All
I
right.
want to see a slutty bird.
Well, y'all, if you're listening to the podcast and you're not part of the Sissy Squad, one of our sissies, Alyssa, makes a meme of these every week. So
Good luck.
You might want to join that. We have a good time in there, and you might want to join so you can see these sissy shout-outs in pictorial form.
Pictorial form. Done very well.
Okay, y'all, that is this show. Thank y'all so much for listening.
That was a long episode.
It was a long
Holy
episode.
hell. Someone just tweeted me and said, when's the episode up? I don't know, bitch.
At 11:11, you can wait.
I guess so.
Anyway, y'all, we appreciate you so much. We're having a great time. We've got other things going this week. We've definitely have. We're going to be doing a bonus episode on Friday. We don't know what yet, but there will be a bonus.
I know what it is, but I'm not going to tell you because you tried to blab it like we did before. Accurate.
That's fair. So there will be.
Oh, that was a vicious read.
There will be a bonus episode on Friday, and then also on Friday we'll be announcing what we will be watching on Saturday night for the Sissy Squad.
I think. Well, we.
I'm trying to pre-plan this because we usually decide on
I know,
Saturday
but
morning.
we were talking about doing the NBC Passion of the Christ on Sunday, but y'all, we don't want to program against 90 Day. That's against our branding.
If it's Passion of the Christ or 90 Day Fiancé.
No, it's Jesus Christ Superstar.
Or Jesus of the Christ Superstar. I still want to watch 90 Day Fiancé, especially after this Darcy
breakdown.
breakdown.
I'm saying we'll do something on Saturday. It's probably not. So do it a whole watch along. We talked about this, and we can't program against 90 Day Fiancé.
So we'll figure out what to watch up for Saturday Night Watch Along, and then we will let you know on the bonus episode on Friday. Also, you can jump into the Gatreon episodes. We're back together. We're quarantined. We're still 6 feet apart.
Yep.
But
lips together, teeth apart.
Exactly.
That's a Terrence McNally play. He just passed.
I used to do a monologue from that. And then we will be
as the big queen.
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
I know my brand.
Exactly.
So anyway, you can get your Gatreon episode's going to drop. Everything's going to drop normal on Thursday of this week.
Back to the normal schedule.
So everything should be going back. And then whenever we have this Tiger Queen episode, whenever it drops, let us know, and we will
that'll be on our
record
Patreon.
Yes, but again, everybody at the $5 level of the Gatreon gets everything until
April 15th.
Till April 15th. So if you want to listen to Tiger Queens, you want to listen to Love is Blind, you want to watch our new 30-minute...
And you a greedy fucker. You better do it before April 15th.
If you want to watch the 30-minute edited for your pleasure watch-alongs.
They're good, y'all.
I have a much better time doing that, I have
too.
to say. So, and honestly...
I don't want to punch you in the face at the end of one.
And Patrick, who does our texts, he has a much better time watching it. He shaded us. He told us it was boring.
Did. And you know what? He's right.
And he was right. He's more than just a cute ass.
I agree when he's right, and I don't like agreeing when people are right.
It's true. You can get your Tiger Queens merch. Any other merch, you can go to sissythattalk.com and see all of our other shows. You can also get your merch there. Also... Poodle, what do you love more than anything?
I love a review. And y'all, some of the reviews have been so lovely. I'm going to read one now.
Oh, God.
This show is never going to end.
Did it. I'm glad you're just deciding.
You decide all the time.
It's true.
I am the decider, like George W. Bush said.
It's true. We're working on some other merch designs, by the way, with TeePublic, so those will be coming up as well.
But y'all get your Tiger Queens. Get your Tiger Queen shirts. They are delectable.
They are delectable.
What am I looking for here?
I don't know.
Oh, it's really hard to do like a lot of things at once.
And our weekly squeal will be coming up sometime this month. We'll see. We're working on it.
This was one of my favorites. This is about our Oklahoma live watch.
Oh, okay.
That we did. This says not a family show. 5 stars.
Neither was Joseph either.
These queens told me Oklahoma was family friendly, and now my 7-year-old knows about murder and consent, and I'm not even mad about it. One less thing to teach her later. Heck, y'all, just put kids down in front of us. Well, you know what? They'll come away with a fucking education. We're
educators.
I'll give it to them real quick. This is what it's like. This show will have you smiling from beginning to end. They are so snarky while at the same time being the kindest, most sincere human beings. Aw. I love this show and the hosts.
And who was it that left that review?
Oh, sorry, I should say that.
Jesus.
By Summer Leader.
Summer Leader, thank you so much for that review. We love it. You know, we're almost up to 7,000?
Yeah, almost 1,700.
When we get
7,000.
Yeah, if we had 7,000 reviews.
When we get 2,000, we're going to do a live show. Hopefully there's still people who'll come to that.
Yes, things got parlayed.
Things got a little moved.
They got pargayed, but they're still going to happen. One other thing that I want to mention, y'all, some of you have messaged us. We were supposed to go see Celine this week.
It's something I didn't want to talk about. And I actually had to grieve.
It's been postponed. It has not been canceled.
Yes.
So
we were supposed to see her on April 2nd, and my phone reminded me, and it was the cruelest thing ever. Like being reminded of a death of a loved one.
I deleted mine last week, so it wouldn't do that. So we will keep you up. Thank you again, though, for those tickets and for that. We can't wait to go.
Thank you for your understanding in these times.
You know, and we call these people, Darcy, we call them lonely hearts because, Poodle, aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love?
Yes. And if you ever decide to get a 90-day fiancé and your boobs are hanging out in pointy dress, call us.